He went, I'll be there in a minute. I've been thinking about, there's three things I think that we do in this class that I think you need to do in an audition or a self-tape or in your work just in general. And I think the first one is understanding the scene, right? What story do you want to tell? You're a storyteller first. What story do you want to tell? So understanding the scene. And then I think the second kind of big pillar that it's been dawning on me is interpretation of the character. I think that's the second big thing, right? So understand the scene and then understand your character, but interpret your character. Bring your take on the character. But then the third one that Tom talks about a lot in class, I think it's so important, is finding the tone of the material of the piece, right? I think that's the third big pillar. And so I was working with an actor and he made a bold choice, but tonally it wasn't quite right for the scene. He's calling out, these friends are trying to get him to come with him and he's talking to somebody. And he's like, I'll be there in a minute. And then later on in the scenes, they're like, come on. And instead of like, it was a light scene, it was bubbly, it was friendly, it was loving. But instead of saying, come on, I'll be right there in a minute, he went, I'll be there in a minute. Like it got really dark. And it was so interesting that he made that choice because, again, it was a bold choice. It was a good choice, but it kind of completely changed the tone of the scene. So I just think tone is a hugely important thing. I think it's a neglected thing. And I think it makes all the difference in the world to figure out the tone of the material that you're doing. So again, understanding the scene, interpreting the character or the role, and then finding the tone. I think those are three huge things. So again, there's all kinds of pillars and all kinds of other things, but that's what I've been kind of obsessed with lately.